Think of granular xylitol as your family's best friend. We all know the dangers of sugar, and this is why xylitol is such a great friend, because it's exactly the opposite of sugar. Xylitol has a low glycemic index, it's low calorie, it's safe for diabetics, and what's really special about it is how good it is for our oral health and general health. Granular xylitol looks and tastes exactly like sugar, and you can use it in baking if you want to. The difference is that granular xylitol doesn't harm you and doesn't harm your health. And this was discovered a long time ago. Over 100 years ago, xylitol was used as the ideal diabetic alternative to sugar. Then, during World War II, they actually had a sugar shortage in Europe, and they started making sugar out of the wood of birch trees, which is where xylitol comes from, and supplying it to the Europeans during World War II. What they discovered at the end of the war was what started all the studies on xylitol. They discovered that not only were children's teeth healthier, but children who had been consuming xylitol had almost 50% less ear infections. So many studies have shown the benefits of xylitol for children, for adults, particularly for people with dry mouth or people who are prone to cavities. You can use xylitol in many ways. One of my favorites, though, with granular xylitol is to dissolve a tiny amount, maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon, in a little bit of water, and then this is useful rubbed on the erupting teeth of young babies. As the child grows and becomes a toddler, you can actually use a toothbrush, dip a slightly moist toothbrush into the granular xylitol crystals, and let the child just suck on that at the end of the meal. It's a great habit to get into, ending every meal with a little bit of xylitol. Later, of course, you can use mints and gum, but this granular xylitol provides an option for people who don't want to or cannot, like a young child, use these other products. This can be useful for a special needs child. It can also be useful for somebody who's elderly. You can actually dissolve the xylitol into a little bit of water and drink it at the end of the meal. Or you can dip something like a strawberry that naturally contains xylitol into the crystals. Just eat that as dessert. So xylitol can offer you all these wonderful benefits. It's great as part of a diet where you're cutting out sugar, and it will protect your teeth in a number of different ways. So think of granular xylitol as your family's best friend. And let us know your creative ways of using it in your family.